Okay. So do you want to investigate that door now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So do you just want... Perfect. I was going to say, so are you trying to get in or are you just trying to see, like, look through the door? Or...
I think I want to keep an eye on the group because I'm generally trying to keep an eye on where everybody is, but I do want to know, like, this like what's on the other side of it, and does it look like there's something that I should investigate? Like, is there something that's out of place?
So as you're investigating, I'm going to say that Delta's super smooth about it, and you pretend to drop something out of your pocket, and then as you reach down to bend it up, you kind of like try to see what's going on with this door, because it does seem like there's been a chair that's kind of wedged up against it, and it's really clear they're trying to avoid people from wandering into this part of the house.
Okay.
You do notice a sort of a smell, an odor, as you bend down and look underneath the door. You can't really see anything, but you do see like a silhouette of some footsteps, and there's like a very clear smell.
Is it familiar?
No, it's a weird chemical smell.
So we didn't smell it at the graveyard.
It does smell a little bit vaguely of that.
Okay.
It's like an acrid smell.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going in there by myself.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm guessing I can look down the hall and like see that they open the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they? I don't probably see a like do I process a like reaction or anything? Because I imagine Clark is not keeping his face very. Cool.
I don't know, Clark. What is your reaction when Grandma Sally opens these doors and you see Maddie arguing with a young gentleman?
First, a very not cool shows up, and then a Maddie.
She like whirls around and like kind of looks at you surprised, then looks back at the man, then looks at you again, and she's like, "Clark, hi. Didn't expect to see." Well, no, because the costume contest.
Yeah. What's going on?
And you see her, and she's like wearing like a gown. And you see her like kind of put her hands on her hips, and she's like, "This gentleman is trying to say that I don't have a ticket." And I told him clearly it's a mistake. And the man says to her, I saw you as soon as that other woman left to go on a smoke break. I saw you slip past that guard. I watched you do it."
Yeah, well, that's because she came with her Grandma Sally.
And
Grandma Sally has the ticket.
Grandma Sally reaches into her purse and she says, "Oh, yes, I've got my ticket. I received it back in I'm a legacy card holder. I used to come here as a little girl, and sometimes I would..." And she begins rummaging through her purse. And she reaches out and hands the man a card. And give me a second here.
Oh,
let's go!
Yeah,
She reaches into her pocket and hands him, her business card. And he looks at it and immediately is like, "This is your grandmother? I'm sorry. It must have been a mistake. I saw you enjoy the rest of the party," he says, and kind of like ducks out quietly. "I'm so sorry." And he like kind of gives a little half bow to Maddie. And he reaches forward and kisses a ring on Sally's hand and wanders out of the room.
Grandma, what's your last name?
"I'm Sally Silverton."
Get the fuck out of here!
All right, I make my way over from the from the acro room.
And she says to Maddie, "You remind me of my daughter."
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
What just happened?
Melissa just looks at Maddie and says, "You look better in costume."
She kind of laughs and she's like, "I agree." And then when Delta says like, "Oh, what just happened?" Miss Silverton says, "Well, sometimes there's a bunch of fuss over a card or something. I don't know." She reaches into her bag and she hands Malone like a card as well.
I want one.
She hands you one too.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
It's
And
a
I'm-
magic card.
Wait.
Like Magic the Gathering.
Like a Magic the
It's a
Gathering
Magic the
card.
Gathering
I was
card.
about to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering
Grandma
card.
Sal is a fucking beast.
Like,
She's
It's
all
like,
that
is
fuss
this a-
over cards.
is this a black bordered Black Lotus?
I don't know.
This is
anything
worth
about magic.
5,000.
I was just saying, Delta
Is that
leaves
the
puts
same
his
as
card
the-
in a safe deposit box.
Shiny Charizard?
Is this the same as the Blue Eyes White Dragon? Like, I don't know.
So the thing about that card is that who cares what it does? It's worth
It's
a
hella
fucking-
worth money. Yeah, I have no idea what it does. I just know it's a very expensive rare card.
It's just a lot of it was a good card back in the day. The other bit of it is the art. The art is iconic. It's one of the most
Oh.
famous cards.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
The
worth
Black
$10,000.
I've
Lotus.
never played
Oh my
Magic. I've
God.
always wanted to, but I've never played it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ow.
Oh no! So now sign up Austin for those MTGA streams. Like,
I just saw I had a pack of Pokemon cards. I need to crack those open.
uh-oh. That
Oh,
holographic
bronze,
Charizard.
bronze.
Significant.
I have like a pre-made pack. It's over. I'm gonna open that shit up.
Yo,
Smells
I want to
so
see. I want to see
good.
that bronze Austin Magic co-stream. I want that. I want that in my life.
God.
That would be fun.
And if you subscribe to
I want to get like a wig that's similar to Bronze's hair, and then like cosplay as her as well. And it'll just be called "Teaching
Damn.
Myself to Play Magic."
Oh my god.
Let's
Let's
do it.
go.
Teach myself to play Magic.
I need to get that eyeliner right, but
It'll be
give me some
perfect.
time.
Yep. Some douche today
That's
said I
so
had
funny.
Justin Bieber hair, so just get a Bieber wig and you're good to go.
baby, baby, baby. Oh, classic Biebs, and I'm here for it.
Oh my god. All of these twists and turns.
right.
I'm
Look
a
out.
believer.
Better call Sal.
Sally.
Sally.
Oh,
Sally.
And she
We
turns to
have a
Peggy
golden ticket right now.
and she says, "Would you like a card too? There's all this fuss about cards." She hands you a card too, and it's like a punch card for a random coffee place.
She's just emptying her wallet. Sally, Granny Sal, do you have any candy?
I think I do. I probably have butterscotch in here somewhere. She reaches out her hand and gives you like a random old fortune cookie.
Oh god.
Melissa still eats it. She doesn't get it. She
There's
like,
a fortune in there. Don't
It's
just
Take the
stale.
paper out.
ate the whole thing.
there's
Wow.
a paper.
She ate the whole thing.
I failed my sister.
Yo. Okay.
It's really
Yeah.
crunchy.
There's okay. Melissa. Wait. Maddie. What?
Oh yeah, she's here too.
What are you?
You notice
Where do you-
like Maddie's like climbing onto the fancy executive chair that's sitting in this like sort of study that you're in, and she's like kind of pushing it against the wall and standing on it and reaching for like a giant portrait.
The painting.
Yeah.
She
She's like
found.
she's like stopped taking note of you or whatever.
Wait.
Oh,
Hold on.
She like stops and turns around. What?
Your brother asked us to enter into the contest so that we can get the tickets so we can give it to him because he actually wants to get this painting and he has a knife and he's going to cut it out and he's going to roll it up and he's going to get it out of here. And we didn't tell you that because you ended up saying that you also wanted the painting, and we didn't know that you were his brother. And now that we do know, we didn't want to tell you that we were working with him because that's some sort of conflict of interest. Because I kind of actually smashed somebody in the face with my skateboard. And they ended up taking our junkyard, which led us to the situation in which we had to go into the contest and get the tickets, and that's why we're here now. So we're all here for the same thing. We need to go get your brother.
In the middle of all this, you hear Sadie say, I used to be in contests, while Maddie's just like staring at you slack-jawed. For a while, I was Miss Arizona back in the day, but I
Arizona.
got my title stripped from me because then they found out I was married. Back then, you couldn't be married if you wanted to win a title. And Maddie's just like staring at you like, wait, you're working for my brother?
Yeah, he's got a gun.
Okay, all right.
I used to go shooting back in the day. People nowadays say guns are really bad, but they're not.
Sally.
She like reaches into her bag and she has like a small pearl-handled Derringer.
Oh,
her hands are kind of
quivering.
And she's just like, it's not that bad. My father told me you got to in case some young boy gets handsy with you. No. Sometimes when they're courting you, they get the wrong idea.
Grandma, put that away.
She does. She's like kind of tucking it back into her purse. So my father told me you got to keep it with you so that if some boy who's courting you gets out of hand, you can just tell him no.
All right. I go up to the painting, or I go up to where Maddie is with the painting. Mm-hmm. Is it or actually I guess I probably wouldn't do that. Clark would probably do that before I did. If we're gonna get this painting, we got to get it out of here now.
Do you have a knife?
That other room, something's weird about that room.
Grandma, do you have a knife?
She like starts reaching into her purse, which you now notice is like actually quite large.
Like a holding.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know if I have one. Back in my day, you just had letter openers if you wanted to open something like that. Not sure if I've got anything quite like that in my bag, but I'll just take a look-see here. You kids make a lot of demands. People ask me, Grandma, why do you carry around such a large bag? But then people are always asking me for things, and you kind of just prove that I've got to carry a large bag, because how else am I going to have all these things you're always asking me for?
Malone, can you just go get...
I'm just investigating I want to do a quick scan of the room to see if there's a tool with which we can remove it.
You're going to get the tool. Grandma already got the tool.
Oh my god! Real talk. Outside of the game, most things that are hung up, you can like take them off the wall and take.
That's what we should be able to just pull it off.
But here's the thing: we can't just carry the frame.
No, but like
we're not.
Out of frame.
It's just tacked on.
Okay.
The thing.
I framed a
but
lot.
I don't know. But I don't know that. So maybe we'll take it down. But in the meantime, I'm looking for.
I don't know either.
I just want quick visual scan. Is there a knife or a letter opener? I mean, there's a desk right there.
There's a desk.
Y'all gonna damage this painting?
I don't know that yet. I'm just saying this is the order of operations. First, I would look for.
Kids are dumb.
Well,
How could you not have any portrait hanging experience, Malone?
Yeah, 15-year-old.
Yeah, Malone.
As you're looking through the desk, Maddie is just kind of like still standing there on the executive, like the tufted patent leather chair in her high heels. So she's like awkwardly kind of balancing, and she's like, so you hang out with my brother and his friends?
Ooh.
No.
Oh. She kind of trails off a little bit.
Okay,
so he asked you to come here? Why? Why did you offer to help?
And I just kind of jump in and I'm like, I hate to cut this short. We can figure this out later, but there are guards outside, and if we're going to get this painting, we know you're looking for the painting. We've got to get this and get out of here.
We got to close the doors.
And she kind of stands there, and she's like, Well, is he here?
Yes.
And she like steps down from the chair and she's like, I always kind of thought he didn't care.
He cares a lot.
And she like smiles and she's like, well, then we should let him steal it.
We don't have time. We have to get out of here with the painting as quickly as we can.
Oh, now all of a sudden we're on the same page.
No, I agree.
No.
But if we let him steal it, then he'll have something to feel good about.
We don't have.
Okay, so we need.
Can I go get him?
No. All right.
I'll be quick.
We need to get the painting. We can do it now, and you two can meet up later. But like,
are you children trying to take that painting?
No.
Because I feel like you are. I'm old. I'm not stupid, Clark.
And I look at her and I look at her and I say, okay, you've helped us out a lot. This painting doesn't belong here. And we're trying to return it to its rightful owners.
It's her. That's her grandma.
Roll your empathize. Is it empathize?
Yes, we have empathize.
What, you? Me?
Oh, perfect.
There's
I
two
see two
There are
sixes.
two sixes
Okay,
on the board.
whatever. I don't know why Josh's dice never match the roll. Like,
I
in
don't
What
know.
if he's been rolling hella successes the whole time?
Oh my god.
because like on the screen I see 2 6s, but then on here I see 1. It's so
Yep.
strange. Okay,
We all see 2 though.
I need you to say that as Grandma Sally, though.
Yeah.
I
I know, right?
Can I
So-
just say that I love the slight Indian accent bleed that's coming into Sally, and then the Silverson family
Maybe they're
is
Indian.
Indian.
Yep.
Boom.
And she like kind of sits there and like thinks for a minute, and she's like, well, if you're trying to take it and you think it belongs to you, well, then we gotta do it a very certain type of way, otherwise you'll go to jail.
All right.
Tell us how.
And she kind of like nods her head. She's like, okay, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to go back out into the hall, and you've got to get one of the umbrellas out of the umbrella holder, and you bring it back in here. And then you're going to tuck it inside. You're going to roll it up, and you tuck it inside the umbrella, and you just walk out. It's really easy.
My brain is excited. It's like, Grandma, have you done heists before?
Well, I didn't do a heist, but one time I needed proof that one of my
I look out into
employers
the hall while
wasn't
she's
paying
talking.
his taxes. So I snuck into his
Oh
office,
god.
but I didn't have a way of getting the documents out. So while he was out grabbing, a glass of whiskey from the corner, I took the papers off his desk and tucked them into my umbrella and just walked right out with them, along with company secrets. Then my company eventually acquired his, but this was back in the day when I didn't have much to go on. I was just a little startup, so it really worked out. Then I reported him to the IRS and collected 30% because he had been evading the whole time.
Holy shit.
But I found people don't check umbrellas. They usually just assume that there's nothing in there. But if you put it in there, especially the nice big umbrellas that people use at funerals, we used those at my late husband's funeral, the big kinds that cover 2 or 3 people in one go. Because when you're wearing a suit, you have to make sure it doesn't get wet.
I retrieve an umbrella.
I was like, that's why I was like, while this is happening.
Grandma Sally, you're the most punk person I've ever met in my entire life.
You said you want punch? You keep
No.
talking about punch.
It's punk. It's
I
like
told you I
you
don't
are
know what
punk.
punk is.
punk is like when the system wants you to do a thing one way and then you do it your own way because the system's way of doing it is wrong and unjust.
Well, sometimes what you gotta do is you gotta change the system. See, that's why her women got the right to vote. Is sometimes you gotta say, you know what, the system isn't working, so we gotta change the system. And sometimes you gotta do that inside the system, Clark. You gotta learn when to fight your battles and when when to back away. Sometimes you gotta pick your fights. Back in my day, women really didn't work, but sometimes some of us had to really get in there and roll up our sleeves and things like that.
Teach me everything.
Punk justice.
Okay. I while this is happening, I'm gonna go and help pull down the painting. But I'm gonna pull out gloves.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
I'm
don't leave fingerprints?
yeah.
Very clever of you.
When Clark
Okay.
gets back to school, he starts researching women's suffrage. Very into that topic.
That was when
yes.
Clark became a feminist.
Do any of you sort of like keep an eye on the door?
I
closed it.
you did close it, but maybe I should be outside in case someone tries to open it. Should I get?
Sounds fair to me.
Okay. Yes, I shall be standing outside.
Okay. And
Right, dear.
perfect. So you're gonna go ahead and keep watch.
Yeah.
You do notice, Peggy, that Keith is kind of like he's not that smooth with it, but you notice he's kind of like scoping out the paintings in the main hall. He didn't have the benefit of rolling well with Sally.
All right.
Figure out exactly which painting it was.
I need to get his attention and let him know that the painting is in here, perhaps.
Are you sure?
I don't
No.
know. You guys said, well, no, Maddie said she was going to do it. She wanted him to do it.
It's true, yes.
Yeah, but then there was a great amount of argument in which the other members of your party said that he should not do it.
But isn't it better if we do it? Are we the baddies? I'm just joshing you.
Trust your gut.
I'm keeping watch. I've done enough private betrayal in my in Peggy's absent-minded brain.
I was like, I'm inside the room, so I don't want to metagame.
Poor Peggy.
But no, I'll just keep watch and like wonder, am I broadcasting? Or I'll go get another plate of food. Fuck it.
Okay, sure.
I'll act like I'm very choosy about the food I need to have.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll keep like going back and like secretly putting it aside. Like I'm that kind of rude person that puts a plate that's obviously not finished aside so I can get something else.
Yeah. Can you give me I don't know if it would be, can you give me a comprehend roll?
Absolutely.
Okay. So
Could
Yeah.
you luck it?
I could luck it. I
yeah,
shall
if you
luck
want
it.
to.
Gonna luck it. All right.
Goo.
Well,
Goo.
So
I'm afraid I got no successes.
that's okay. Let's go ahead and if you want to, we can use that thing in the rules where you succeed but you take a condition. Would you like to maybe do that?
At this point, yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and let me look through the conditions real quick.
Could be exhausted or angry or
Yeah.
injured.
Let's do exhausted. You had a really long day and it's late at night.
You don't want me to like eat like a ghost pepper by accident?
No.
Okay.
So as you're standing there, and all the waiters are kind of bustling around you, you hear one of them say to the other, Like, yeah, I had a couple people accidentally wander into the room across the hall. Boss's strict orders, no one in or out. However, in a couple minutes, some people are gonna want to go through there, so make sure you get your keys ready to unlock it. We're going to have 2 trays of food go down. And you notice them like prepare 2 trays and kind of put it like on the counter, ready to go. And then you hear the other man next to him say like, oh yeah, the tour is in 10 minutes, correct? And he's like, yep. And then you see them like pouring out glasses and he's like, 4 people involved? And then you hear the other man correct him and say, 5.
Slowly edge out of the room. The plate she is carrying.
They're like totally ignoring you. They've got jobs to do and you're just a kid that's like eating. They don't care. They're just doing their job. Mm-hmm. The catering team.
Ooh.
Peggy returns with this pale look on her face. They're coming. In
Who?
a few minutes. Goons!
Goons.
Goons are coming.
I hate goons.
They're dressed as waiters. And they're bringing two plates of food. And they're going to bring it down. And they have keys to unlock a thing.
Wait.
I
Unlock
like
a
that
thing.
movie, The Goonies. That was a good one.
And
I
they're gonna
wish
feed
we had
five-
movies like that when
five-
I was a kid because
They're gonna. It's probably that door that we walked by on the way over here.
Yeah, they said that we were in here and that they're going to send someone to get us out, probably
we're-
because there's a tour.
They
There's
know we're
going to be
here.
a tour. The bus.
Okay, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here.
We have the painting?
Did we umbrella the painting?
let's see. Make a tinker roll
Uh
to see how successfully you do so.
oh God.
Can it be with assistance? Because we're all trying
Yeah,
to
I
help.
was
Yeah,
like,
for
somebody
sure.
help me.
You could
Wait, a
get
tinker?
Yeah, I was just.
What's your
Is
tinker?
it going to be reasonable to ask Peggy to help with this? Is this
We
something?
have so many
I can help,
conditions,
I can help.
Peggy.
Because okay, in that case, it'd be like, Peggy, I don't want to mess up the painting. Can you find a way to fit this into the umbrella?
Well, I just leveled up my tinker, so absolutely.
okay. Let's have you do it then.
Hey, I'm gonna lose 2 dice on this though.
That's
You
all right,
still-
though.
No,
Yeah.
Matt. Wait.
No,
What?
I see 2.
There's
I see
2
I see
sixes on mine
sixes.
too.
I see 3 6s.
I
Three
see 3
sixes.
6s.
I see 2 on mine.
This is so weird. The rolls and the thing. I don't know.
We need to believe someone.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go with the 3 6s on screen because that's what we've been going with so far.
Okay,
All right.
super cool.
I don't know why the rolls are different.
Yeah, that's strange. Is there like a note that we can do or like an error log or something?
Didn't
Yeah.
Roll20 recently like update?
Oh, I see 3 too as well.
Yeah. One's cocked, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But only slightly.
Oh,
Two
yeah.
still
I still only see 2 of the 6s, even though one of them's cocked. But I'm willing to say 3. I believe you.
Either way, you only needed 1. It's just
Yeah,
weird that
so-
here it says you didn't roll a single one.
Luckily,
Like rolled an aura, you folded it into a special origami, a
Mhm.
special umbrella shaped
I
origami with
do-
no
Right,
folds.
you have to roll it up. You can just roll it up against the middle thing.
Yeah,
and
that's
then-
yeah,
basically
I'm not
what-
gonna do paranoia agent where I like fold it in a sharp crease.
Yeah, I was insane. No folds.
Yeah. Peggy manages to find some rubber bands in the desk drawer and she rolls it up super tight around the central sort of like metal portion of it and rubber bands it deftly and then closes the umbrella very gently and kind of puts the strap around it and you can't even tell it's in there. And it's like a full-size umbrella too.
Okay.
We've stolen the Declaration of Independence.
We're not yeah, but we're not out of the
I
woods yet.
believe one of my ancestors was there when they signed the Declaration of Independence. That's what my mother said, but she could be lying. She used to lie about a lot of things.
Can you let's hear more about that out of this room.
Let's go for a walk while we. Thank you so much. By the way, can I just say here's
Yeah.
okay? Here's my
Amazing.
grandma. Here's you. You're right. You're right there. You two would get along, actually. We'll hook
Oh,
up
is she
little
a little
play
bit
date.
taller than me? I shrunk a couple inches in my age, you know. I used to be 5'7",
I love this bitch.
but when you get older, you just shrink a little bit. It's kind of funny how that works. It's like you grow in the opposite direction.
God damn it.
Oh
Fred.
my
You're growing in
God.
wisdom. Growing in wisdom.
She needs to come with us.
No, you can't keep the grandma.
We're keeping this fucking grandma.
You're gonna have
We're
to
doing
feed her
heists
and
with
take care of
her.
her and take her for walks.
Oh my gosh.
I see no problem.
I adopt her. Me personally. Me
Roll
as an
for
option.
adoption.
Like just have her moved into my house. I love her.
And as you step out into the hall, you see 5 men walk into this room here. They remove the chair, unlock it, step in. Shortly afterwards, 2 men come in with trays behind them. And then the 2 men holding the trays exit and lock it behind them again.
Shoot.
Mm-mm.
Something's not right there. Do you, Peggy, do you still have the inhaler? Okay. No, that's fine. It's okay. It's all right.
It is. Okay.
It's okay. It's
I
no
need
big
a
deal.
brain blast.
Peggy invented a lot of stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I need to be mired in science. I need to find a way to break these old locks or pick a lock.
Okay. You
Or wait,
can attempt.
do we want to be in there?
I mean,
There's someone in there.
we've got to, I think it's kind of 2 parts right now. Like we know that folks are in there, but we don't know what's going on.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Why are you raising your hand?
Because
There's a point at the end of it as to exclaim. Okay, so we get Keith, and then we tell the person on the
Wait.
organ.
Oh, it's just, should we, is Grandma Sally still here?
Yeah. She's got Clark arm in arm.
I will tell her everything.
Oh, God.
We tell the person on the organ to play the Dracula music. We have you two go do the show, and while everyone's making a bunch of raucous noise, we break in with Keith. Keith knows how to pick a lock. He definitely knows how to pick a lock. And then
I
we
used
go
to
down
date
there.
a boy who knew how to hotwire cars.
See, and if we need to hotwire a car, Grandma Sally's got us. We're out of here. So,
He used to work on American muscle cars back when that was kind of the cool thing to do. Once we got pulled over because he had a chrome paint job and it was blinding people on the road. You shouldn't do that. Shouldn't blind people on the road. But the chrome paint was very cool. People thought, oh, wow, look at them. They're like driving a mirror.
oh my God.
I really needed this after how this stream began. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, if we go in there but leave Melissa and Peggy outside, then people are going to wonder where we are. Because remember, we told the guards that we were going to stay with them.
Nobody cares about us. We're kids.
Well, don't
All right.
say that. There are people that care about you.
I know you care about us, Grandma, but the other.
Ah!
We listen.
We just got to move fast.
While they're doing the thing, we go down there. We get back up before it's over. We get 5 minutes. That's plenty of time.
Yeah, but there's like 7 of them down there. We should wait for them to come back up and then go
Yeah.
in.
Once they're gone, yeah. Then we go
Okay.
see what's going on.
All right, so let's go find Keith. We'll tell him the plan. We'll wait to see them come back out, and then we'll make our move.
And nobody lose this umbrella.
Maddie, like, kind of is like standing there and like, why are you guys trying to go in there?
They're up to something.
zombies.
It
Zombies.
She's not inaccurate.
She like reaches forward and is like, listen, I don't know what you and my brother are up to, but I just want the painting. So if you give it to me, I'll go.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Just let me know that we got the painting out.
Right. Thanks again. I'll let my brother know on the way out that you did his bidding very well.
Cool.
He did this all for you.
That's kind of heartwarming in its own way. Usually I feel like my brother and his friends only get up to bad things, but it's kind of nice that at least some of those bad things have somewhat good intentions. I never pegged you guys to be part of his regular clique, though.
We're definitely not. We just kind of got into turf war.
She just
But
kind
we
of
won.
Smirks and says, "Uh-huh, sure."
Yeah, later we can totally show you the junkyard where me and my best friend, we go and hang out there. And that's where we met my dog, Puddles, who is really cool. I think you guys would get along. And anyway, yeah, high five.
She just like reaches forward, takes the umbrella, tucks it under her arm, and she's like, "Listen, Clark, I still think you're cool. I just thought you were more cool when I didn't think you were spying on me for my brother. But you're still all right." And she just kind of like waves and walks away. And then she like turns back and she's like, just really disappointed you didn't tell me at the Halloween festival that I was setting myself up for failure.
But lack of words on Clark's part.
Oh, dang.
Bright side, the photo is successfully extracted.
Now
it's time for
should say
the
the
bonus
painting.
round.
Snake.
Back in my day, sometimes we used to eat snakes because when you live in Arizona, it's not that weird.
You're the greatest.
This is so great.
Come on, Scott.
Really
All right.
need that support.
Okay, so we need to find Keith and get him in on the plan.
He's in the hall. You could probably just wave him down.
Well, I think we should probably not stand in this area anymore.
Hey,
Okay.
turkey jerky.
Oh, is that what you say?
Yeah. Because he's a jerk. And he's a turkey. But like in a kind way.
He walks over and he's like, "Yeah, what's up?"
We have a new plan.
A new plan. I've been looking at every single painting in this house for the last 30 minutes. I don't see anything that looked like what was described to me.
About that. We found the painting and your sister was here and we made sure that your sister was safe, and then she got the painting and she just left with it inside of an umbrella. And now she hates me, so thanks.
He kind of like whacks you on the arm a little bit, and he's like, "I told you I didn't want her involved. She could go to jail."
She showed up here on her own, and Grandma over there helped us out to make sure that she wouldn't get caught.
Grandma over there is a witness.
Grandma over there is the most punk person I know, excuse you.
And he like looks at her and she's like, "She's that old Silverton lady."
Yeah, but she's also our Grandma Sally now, so
But you know she's like crazy in with these people though, right?
I don't know if she is.
Whatever you say. Are you sure she's not going to turn us in?
She's the one who told us how to steal it.
It's kind of weird. So my sister's safe.
Yeah, she just left.
And no one saw her take it other than Grandma.
Yeah.
Gotta hand it to you. That's pretty smooth.
Except for now, she hates me, so thanks. You better go smooth things over for me later.
What do you mean smooth things over for you?
She hates me.
Who cares if she hates you?
I
Dude,
care.
just not now.
What? Oh, yeah, the plan.
It's a plan, remember?
Yeah. We got stuff to do. You two can talk later, but we got stuff to do. So I tell Keith, I guess I could just actually tell Keith because he's here. Okay, look, we told you about the stuff with the power plant. There's a room that they've got locked and barricaded off in that hallway, and we need to get in there. So we're waiting there were just like 7 dudes that went in there, and they like took food in there, and we don't know what's going on. But when they come out, we've got to get in there and see what's up. So we're going to wait for, as if you can help us, we're going to wait for them to come back out. Then Melissa and Peggy are going to create a distraction, and we're going to sneak in and hopefully stop whatever weird stuff is going on down there. I could smell from the door, whatever is down there smells a whole lot like what was at the graveyard.
He kind of like, because you're up here now, because you're talking to him, kind of like nudges you aside, and like while you're both kind of like obscuring him from view from the rest of the hall, which is over here, he bends down as though he's like tying a shoelace and kind of like looks underneath the door to get like the same sort of scent that you're getting, or to see what you're talking about rather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He looks for a moment and then comes up and he's like, I don't really know what you're talking about smell wise, but I mean, I don't hear anything coming from in there.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty faint, but like,
no, I mean, like, I think it's empty.
If you were in there, you would have caught it. I don't know what's going on in there, but they definitely just went in there.
Yeah,
like,
Peggy, tell them what happened.
Okay, so they were these goons, and they're like, we're going to bring these 2 plates in there because we're going to have a tour, and the boss doesn't want those people in there, blah, blah, blah. And, oh gosh, it's all so stressful. I'm so exhausted.
It's okay, Peggy. It's fine. It's all right.
But do you know when they're going to come out?
I don't know. I think right now
like 10 minutes, right?
Did they say?
They said that they were going to come over in 10 minutes, that they needed the food spread ready in 10 minutes.
Right.
Okay. So they're just getting the food ready right now, but they're supposed to be there in like 10 minutes.
No, they're already in there. It's just when they said 10 minutes, it was that, you saw, they said they were coming around, or that they needed to prep the room because they were arriving in 10 minutes. And so then while you were stealing the painting and Peggy was keeping watch, she saw 5 men go in and 2 men go in with trays, and then the 2 men with trays came out, but the other 5 did not.
We got that.
But you didn't hear anything. That means they might already be in there.
What if they're turning somebody into a zombie now? Maybe we can't wait for them to leave.
If we go down there and we get caught, what happens?
Justice, Grandma will bust us out.
If we don't go down there, what happens?
Then we never come back to the gala again, and we forget this ever happened.
Well, you gotta.
I mean, we did. We got the painting out.
Every single year it gets better. Last year didn't have that ice sculpture. That was pretty cool.
I don't know. We can't.
When I was young, I used to ice skate.
We can't just leave. We've got to We've got to see if this could be the source of it all. All right, we got to go down there. Let's say we give it a couple minutes. We look around, and maybe we can find a place where we can make sure that we'll have a good stage for the distraction, and then.
I think we should do the distraction now. If they're already down there, then you guys have to do something.
That's one. Yeah, but we have to make sure that it's set up well first. We got to make sure that when you're doing the distraction that you're safe. Otherwise, we can't go down there. So let's just take a second. We'll look around the main area, make sure everything's set up, and then we'll go. Do we have?
You have.
We have to figure out how to. We have to figure out how to. We don't even know how to get in the room. We haven't even figured out how to get in the room yet.
I will picklock it.
So yeah. So can we?
Because if they're making a zombie, they're doing it now.
Do you have the tools to? Do you have the tools available, or do we need?
Grandma probably has a brooch, right?
Well, I think I used to have a house that had roaches in it, but we got rid of it. We hired a man. He came and he got rid of all of them, and it was quite nice because before that, it was really hard to get rid of them.
What about bobby pin?
Do you have a bobby pin? And
well, I have bobby pins, but I need them to keep my hair up.
You look better with your hair down.
Yeah, let your hair down, Sally.
I haven't let my hair down in 20 years. What if
it's a party?
It's a party.
Roll your charm.
Yes.
Are we both rolling it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna help her.
This is amazing.
You're helping me?
Yes, I'm helping you.
We have to convince
oh my gosh.
a grandma to let her hair down because she's at a party.
Oh
so
my gosh, Melissa the Unstoppable.
She listens to Melissa. She kneels down. She says, "Okay, but you gotta help me make sure I don't look like I'm foolish."
You don't look foolish. I'm dressed as Van Helsing. It's the costume. She starts taking out the.
Yeah, her hair is like pulled back almost into like a French twist, and as you pull them out, her hair like falls down to like a little bit past her shoulders.
See, you're pretty.
You look so young.
Well, I don't know about that.
And then it just hands the bobby pins to Peggy.
You know what I was already, she says to Melissa. I used to be in plays too. I was a little bit on the stage. Then I decided that I wanted to be one of those girls. They were called Rockettes back in the day. They did this little kick dance. I did it for a while, but then it broke one of my ankles and I couldn't do it again.
I'm sorry you hurt your foot. I do stuff with a nativity scene at home, except it's more accurate because Papa says it's a more accurate nativity scene, and it's only me and I'm Jesus.
Well, that's amazing. You could be anything you want to be. People told me I couldn't be a Rockette. Here, I'll show you. You got to take your one knee and you put it up and you kick it out to the side.
Be careful, Grandma.
Well, no, I'm going to show Melissa here how to do it.
I'm going to
show her how to be a Rockette.
I want to learn how to be a Rockette.
Okay. Go to the front room, and Grandma, you can watch them do their show. They'll do their show for you. And then when they're done, you two just come back to Grandma.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to put on a show? Oh, wow.
But I have to pick the lock, don't I?
Here, I'll tell you what. Are you going to do a little Dracula show?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, if you pick the lock now, then go do the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so pick the lock now, then go do the show, and that'll let us get in.
Yeah, Grandma's character sheet actually is 2 luck. I'm going to spend 1 for this.
Oof.
But she's like 70 years old.
Just don't worry. Hold on.
And still luckier than Malone.
Oh.
No, Granny.
She was gonna play Phantom of the Opera on the organ for you to like make your show extra epic, but she doesn't remember that one. So instead she plays Bad by Michael Jackson.
Still good. Still good. Wait,
Oh
is
my
Peggy
God. I think I've
got
got the perfect. Yeah, basically, she's like, tell you what, if you're gonna do a Dracula performance, I'll help you. I know a little bit how to play the organ, and I'll go over there. I know
Okay.
Benjamin. I'll tell him to move and let me sit on the bench, and I'll maybe play you a little something for you to act to set the scene.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
While she starts doing this, I'm gonna pick the log as fast as I fucking can.
Before you do that, we're gonna take a quick little 5-minute break
Oh,
because
right.
it's been 2 hours. And then we'll continue on. We're only gonna be going for a little bit longer today because we usually wrap up at 5. So just be a quick little break.
Very
before
quick break.
before we
Yeah.
break. Thank you so much, those of you who are watching in chat, and thank all of you wonderful players. They're just the bestest. I just can't handle it.
Yo, Sally MVP. Like, why?
Oh my
I want to be
lord.
Sally when I grow up.
What's funny is I thought that like I put her in there for y'all to like ask questions, and instead y'all just like adopted her and carried her around the party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we
Got
back?
a mug of bean
Yeah.
and rice.
Are we back? Oh,
We're back.
We're back.
I got a cat.
You have a
I
cat?
watched.
Mm-hmm.
I got a feeling.
I watched some of the new Young Justice trailer. It looks so good.
Really?
Coming 2019 on Roll20. We're no longer punk. We are adapted to society.
We're not punk justice. Yeah.
Just Young Justice.
Because we work inside the system like Grandma taught us. Gotta know
Grandma
we gotta.
Grandma taught y'all civil protest.
Oh.
And how to
Too
sneak
good.
things out in an umbrella.
Mm-hmm. She's old. She's still done the thing. That's a terrible stereotype.
What, that she's
Yeah.
old so she knows everything? That's an amazing
No,
story.
that old people steal things.
They totally do.
They do.
Wait.
I
Oh my
worked
God.
retail. Yeah.
Same. All their craft stores, Shame, like Wall of Shame was
Yep.
all old ladies.
Wow. They steal.
Well, I mean,
God,
like,
I would
how many
catch one
not old
every
ladies are in
single
the
week.
craft
I have
store on
no
the regular?
experience.
A lot,
This
shockingly.
is
I
amazing.
A lot.
But
they would the biggest one would be they would buy a thing of yarn and they would shove all the stuff that they wanted to steal inside the yarn.
Oh
And then
my
I'd be like, oh,
god.
this is a little heavy here.
Whoa!
And then I'd like shake it out and I'd be like, come on. You're getting you have the money for this. And they're like, oh, I don't know how that got in there.
just looking for some.
I need to start
Damn
hanging out
it,
with
Darlene!
these-
Trying to have
they're
some
crime
thrill.
lords.
Just want to thrill and add a little bit of excitement.
We have ladies
So
who are
life.
banned from our shop. If they showed up, you're like, get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
It was great.
So
Yeah.
I love it.
they're ready to play. They're just like, nah.
I caught so many.
You gotta show up on your A game
Yeah.
and take care of me. I've been here for decades.
Yeah.
I know what's up.
Or like in their cart, they'll have something. You know, like the large things that you leave in your cart. Like
Mhm.
for example, like buckets, or you know what I mean, like large containers. They'll like
Yeah.
stack them on top of each other, and I'd like shake one, and sure enough, underneath it, there would always be something between the two containers.
Yep.
And you just be
Or
like,
they just leave it in their cart and don't tell you.
that too, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, do you want to pay for all the items in your basket as well? Or what's the deal with that? Oh,
This is amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll do the same when I'm old too. It's fine.
The only old person experience I can really share
Maybe they
is
get
that
a thrill out of it.
Yeah.
They
I
absolutely
think that's part of the reason because
What
when
do you
I
have to lose?
Yeah, when I used to work for Panera Bread, we had about 8 old ladies who did nothing but play mahjong. They would sit at the busiest table
Yep.
at lunch and would not move for anyone.
Yep.
They would take up that entire part of the restaurant.
I'm about it. I want to hang out with these grandmas.
Me too.
Well, I know where there's a list of them in the back room.
Man, what are we going to do without
Grandma
Sal?
mugshots are probably great.
Grandma mugshots are my
Oh,
favorite.
Google time. It's time to Google.
Take out the Polaroid. You're going on the wall of shame.
God damn it, Darlene.
They all look...
They're like, oh, no. Like, you old bitch, you know what you were doing.
Wow. Some of them are smiling.
Oh yeah, some of them love it. They're like,
Parish? That just went dark.
Oh my god.
At least Ominous's grandma has honor.
Yeah, Ominous's grandma has honor. Parish just like, Parish, we don't need that dose of reality right now.
Yeah, that's
What the
rough. man.
hell?
we're in the 90s. We don't know what gets us.
Speaking of, you're all standing. Melissa is standing with a handful of bobby pins outside of a locked door.
Yeah. With Peggy.
Hi. All right. What needs to happen? Should I roll Tinker or?
Yeah, let's have you roll your Tinker. But just so you know, this room behind you is full of waiters who are moving in and out with trays.
Oh.
With food.
Okay.
So you'll
So-
need to roll a Tinker and a Stealth.
Uh-oh.
Can I? Oh
That will not.
no, that won't end well. The way
That will
we
not
want it
end
to.
well.
Can we maybe if we create a distraction in the but if
I
we,
need all the waiters out.
if we create a distraction, do you wait? We've got the oh no,
Are there any stink bombs
we've
left?
got the stink bombs, right?
Oh, put it in the casserole.
Or just
No,
throw it at
break
the
one
room?
under the door.
If we right,
They're not.
if we just leave one in there, then everybody will file out, and that should give us enough time. Oh gosh.
I gave it to you. You do
Yeah.
what you need to.
Yep, I've got it.
It is your. It is
All
your
right. So-
responsibility.
So I'm gonna take I'm gonna like just kind of amble in to the food room, and I'm gonna actually I'm gonna look near the door for a place to hide the stink bomb, because I don't want to put it too far into the room and have people just hang out outside. I want to put it like near the door entrance so that everybody
Mm-hmm.
takes off.
If I remember correctly, Peggy put it in like a balloon.
Yeah, it's in a very like easily collapsible balloon.
Mm-hmm. So you'll have to like pop it somehow.
Oh God.
That's why I want you to put it in like a casserole or something hot, so that once it is popped, they'll think it's like a disgusting food.
I mean, if I put a balloon in a casserole, they're just gonna be like, "What's a balloon doing in this casserole?"
Just pop it while you're in there.
Huh?
I think probably the best idea is going to be putting it somewhere where I can shoot it, because I don't want to walk around smelling like the stink bomb I detonated. That'll be pretty obvious.
Whoever smelt
There'll
it.
also
popped the
probably
stink
be a
balloon.
sound too.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
So
Put it somewhere on the floor and then shoot it from somewhere else.
yeah. So I'm gonna let's see. Let's look at this room. Can I? Pulling out the slingshot's going to be pretty obvious. Let's do a. Actually, heat's not a bad idea. Are there? What are the names of those burners?
Oh, that keep food hot?
Yeah. Are
Kerosene?
are there some of those little
Yeah.
things?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say probably over here where the silver platters are.
Okay, so I'm gonna take. Here's what I'm imagining. I take a plate and I put a burner. Like I take one of those burners and put a plate over it, right? And then put the balloon on top of the plate.
Okay.
Put that under a table. The balloon gets hot. The balloon pops.
You wouldn't even really have to do all that because they have like the large silver, I'm talking about like at weddings, the catering trays. And
Yeah.
you put the thing under that. You could just lift the lid off of one of those because they are all lidded. Put it in there, close it, and then walk out.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, that'd probably be
All right.
simpler. Yeah.
Cool.
Do that.
Cool.
For sure. So, let's see. Can you give me a stealth check to see what your sleight of hand would be like?
What is going on?
Every time there's no success, there's a 6 on the thing.
I see a 6, so I'm just gonna count it.
Yes.
I don't understand what's going on there, but we've been counting the rolls on screen, so I'm just gonna go with that.
Yep.
As long as we're consistent.
5 2s and a 6.
So you managed to walk in, deftly lift one of the lids of the containers like you're dishing yourself some food. The waiters are like busy and they're kind of like pushing past you. One of them like rolls their eyes at you, you know, as they kind of push past, but they don't really care too much about what you're doing because you're clearly a guest. You carefully take the balloon from your pocket, put it underneath it, slam the silver hood thing back on.
I also grab a spinach puff on the way out.
Grab a spinach puff and walk back into the hall.
All
You
right.
have like a couple of minutes.
All right. So all we need to do is wait for that to pop and people come pouring out of there real fast. We should is there
The show.
do we know what's going on in this room? In the upper left?
Door is unlocked if you just want to go look.
I mean
Can we loot?
I
I miss
Classic.
looting so much.
Classic.
what if I don't know, maybe we could keep the group together if we have the distraction, right? Like
That's a good point. Yeah.
if the room's already clear anyway, then we don't have to worry about splitting everybody up. I don't want you two to get into trouble, but I don't know what's downstairs either.
I could fight whatever it is. Have you seen me do pull-ups?
I don't doubt that.
I served in the Merchant Navy for 3 years.
She has a gun too.
Yeah, she also has a gun.
I used to
Bruno's
do
got a-
pull-ups all the time. Back in my day, you had to do them with your hands facing this way, not this way. When you do them this way, it's much harder.
How many can you do?
Well, now it probably couldn't even do 3, but back in the day, I used to be able to do 15.
15's a lot. I could probably do more though.
I bet you could.
Okay.
You look strong. You look sturdy.
I'm just a child of God.
Yeah. You look very sturdy, and
God chose me as his vessel.
you have lots of freckles, so that means you've been forged in the sun, which is good because the sun makes you stronger. That's what my mother used to tell me, that going to the sun makes your bones strong and it
Yeah.
makes your soul strong too.
Yeah.
That was right before people knew about skin cancer. Now they're saying you can't do that.
That's made up by scientists who are devils.
I would believe it because in my time, that's just what you did. You just
Yeah.
let the sun kind of cure you into like a resin, into a
Yeah.
strong creature.
Yeah.
I feel like at this
I
point,
think at this point the balloon has gone
The
off.
wait, we had a plan.
The smell,
I got
as she's
caught up.
talking, and as she's talking, the smell kind of hits your nostrils, and she's like, you know what? I used to struggle with incontinence. It's quite okay, Clark. And she like pats Clark on the shoulder. She's like, I think you might be a little bit sick there, boy.
No,
That cannot
that's
be normal.
nope. We set off a stink bomb. That's
A stink bug? We used to get stink bugs in my home.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
when we moved out west. We used to have stink bug infestations. They never
we're just
smelled.
leading her away from the smell.
Right.
Wait, has Peggy opened the door or no?
Oh, Peggy, give me a tinker check. You do notice there's
Wait,
a commotion in the room as like the all of the waiters are trying to figure out where the smell is coming from. Sure enough, they lift the lid off of one of the like serving dishes and they're like, "Oh, oh, and they put the lid back on, and immediately like more stink wafts out.
Oh God!
And you see all of them like trail out, covering their mouths and their noses. Then you see one grabbing the tray with like 2 other men, and they're like getting a garbage bag over it and trying to get it out of the serving area.
Oh God!
But they do all exit.
Okay,
We don't have much time.
I got this.
Woo! Yes.
Oh,
You know how to do this conceptually, and with Keith standing next to you and kind of telling you, guiding your hand, you manage.
I need him right now. Yes.
You managed to get the door unlocked. And he's like
It's
telling you,
done.
like, you want to put one key here and then jiggle this other one until you feel the tumblers click, and he kind of like walks you through it.
How many tumblers are there?
He's the advisor to Skyrim's lockpick system.
Usually 4,
Excellent. Usually 4. This is an old house, though.
probably 3.
Okay. Yeah, we have this little nerd out. It's so cute. All right. I open the door gently with enough room for Delta and Clark to go in and clear it. Clear!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I pull out the slingshot and load it with a ball bearing and open the door.
Okay. As you open the door, you're met with the visual of like a warm room. There is a table in the center. Some refreshments and glasses were laid out, but they're now empty, and the plates and dishes are sitting there empty, or kind of like, discarded, and the chairs are vacant, and there's just a fireplace, kind of crackling gently at the end of the room.
Everybody inside.
So
Okay.
get inside and close the door behind you.
Yep.
With
Grandma.
Grammy style too.
Okay, Grandma comes too.
Yeah.
She sits down and helps herself to one of the, flutes of champagne that's still sitting on the tray and hasn't been touched.
Don't do it.
Oh, why? It's okay to drink in moderation as long as you don't drink and drive.
I don't know. Something's weird about this room. Just if you give it a little bit, maybe afterwards you can have a drink, but don't drink that right now.
Oh, you're probably right. I did just take my medication. The doctor says, oh, you shouldn't have them together, but I think he's just making that up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I want to
scout the room.
I want to investigate.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and investigate.
Are we all investigating?
How many of you are looking around?
I mean, I think Melissa's looking around just for her own personal.
Can I just help him alone to get him an extra dice?
Don't eat anything in here, man.
I'll only have 1 dice if I try to investigate with you guys. So yeah, Peggy has to sit this one out.
One success.
This is
Right.
1 success, and I see 1 success.
Yep.
Yep.
It counts as successes that we actually get, and then ones that
And then sometimes it just doesn't.
Or it's a happy coincidence.
So as you're looking around, you do notice that there are clear signs of like the chairs being pushed back. You even notice some footsteps leading to one end of the room, but then they abruptly disappear.
I also want to maybe it's a comprehend, but like I feel like I should be able to figure out about where the tunnel ends based on the schematics that we saw in the library and now knowing the lay of the house.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and give me a comprehend roll. Yeah, 2 successes. Yes, 100%. Malone immediately puts 2 and 2 together, seeing that these people have mysteriously vanished into thin air. You saw the 2 waiters come out. You've been standing in the hall this entire time. There's no way that the 5 men who came in here could have walked out the way you came. There's no other windows, entrances, and exits that you can see. And in your head, recognizing where this room faces and thinking about it, you realize that the tunnel that leads directly to the basement that you were kind of messing with the door with would be roughly in the room next to this one. But it would reach this.
Okay.
It would reach this area.
Is there anything else I would know about the house or the sort of lay of the land based on the second success?
you know that, and then I would also say, like, walking around, you know that there's like the floor is hollow. There's definitely something underneath the room you're standing on.
Okay.
They're beneath the floorboards.
Right. All right. They're definitely downstairs. That basement tunnel connects to a room, and that room is somewhere below us. We've got to find our way down there.
I'm also going to say, since you rolled 2 successes, you also recognize that they're burning some kind of fragrant wood in the fireplace to cover up the heavy smell of the chemicals that you picked up earlier. It's a little bit fainter now, which is probably why Keith didn't pick it up, but it's because they're burning like sandalwood or something super fragrant in that fire.
Okay. You smell that? Nobody, like, this isn't firewood they're burning in here. They know what's going on. I think whatever it is, I wonder if it's behind the fireplace.
Smells like we need to kick some ass.
Don't say that. There's a kid here.
Sorry, Grandma.
Is there okay, you said that the footsteps walk up to where and disappear?
Like roughly like here, I would say.
Okay. So I want to look at do we like look around and see, is there a latch or a hinge or something that we could like activate near the fireplace?
For sure.
Scooby-Doo.
Yes, there is.
Okay. So this is nerve-wracking. Can we have I can't keep the slingshot. I can't load the slingshot and open the door.
I'll put.
No, actually, maybe Clark. Do you wanna pull that and then step back like as soon as possible?
I agree. Melissa should do it.
Okay.
I'll do it.
No fear.
He runs over and tries to grab
God.
Mm-hmm. So the thing that Malone notices is that there's like a section of like this portion. I'm gonna actually, instead of pinging it, I'm just gonna draw it. There's like a section of the stone here that seems like it's uneven with the rest of it. Takes really careful examination to notice, but you can see it. He then goes up to like where the smooth stone of the mantle is and like, you know, points out like sort of a very well, not super, but like one of the sort of stones, the like a piece of stone that sticks out quite a bit. As Melissa pushes it in, this part here just kind of slides away and under, showing a staircase going down, or revealing a staircase going downstairs.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Back in my day, we had things like that. We called them speakeasies, and you went down there. Sometimes you had a drink, and you weren't allowed to have one. But that was back when the government tried to tell you what to do, what not to do. We didn't care. We just drank anyway.
Okay, so
How old is she?
should we split the party?
This is actually the big decision, I guess.
Why would we split the party?
To have the show going on outside?
No, we've already got the distraction. Nobody knows we're all in here.
Where there's a 10 and 11-year-old here.
And an old woman.
And
I mean, that's kind of where...
We can send her back out.
Do we go all in, or...
You don't have to talk about me like I'm not here. I could just leave if you're tired.
It's like
Okay, at this point...
What if
At this
What's
point,
your
I would...
skill like, Graham?
Oh my god.
Wait. If we have the grandma with us, if we get caught, we're with the fucking Silverman grandma. And this is me as a player, not as
a yeah.
We're with the Silverman grandma.
Silverton.
Yeah. She
Silverton,
also
that's
has
what-
a gun. So
That was totally my thought.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
she
She told us her gun. We just did what she told us to do.
right?
Oh my gosh. Poor old lady.
she loves
And she was
it.
the original Punk Justice. She was like,
Look, you said
She's
she's
our mascot now.
familiar with speakeasies and the layout of these sorts of things.
she like walks
a
in,
gun.
right? Walks in packing heat, like.
She knows already how to steal the fucking Declaration of Independence. She knows how to keep people safe.
True.
Okay, but we should
She's the most useful
ask her
person.
though. Like,
Yeah, do you want
we
to come
can't
with
just-
us?
Okay, so
Grandma,
maybe
there
we
might
should
be
ask
some-
her.
What?
Look, Sally, like, we really appreciate the help.
Grandma Sally.
Grandma Sally. We really appreciate the help you've given us already. Whatever's down there could be really dangerous.
How evil is your family?
What do you mean? What?
Something.
What did my boys do now?
Your boys.
Oh my god, it's true.
What do you mean, your boys?
Sometimes they get in trouble. They're doing things. They call me down to the school and they're going to take care of it. But I wouldn't say they're evil.
What are their names?
Bradley?
Just the one?
Well,
Bradley.
no, there's two. There's two boys and one girl.
Can I?
Sorry. I love her. Oh my god.
Okay.
We got to do it.
We've got to. All right, we've got to figure out. It's gonna. Whatever it is down there may be dangerous. Maybe you should wait outside, and if you wait with Melissa and Peggy to keep them safe.
I want to fight.
Let's just all go together. They might be checking on this any moment now.
If you don't, it might be better at least for you to wait outside, Grandma Sally.
Okay, I don't want to go play in a basement anyway.
Give us your gun.
But-
I'm not giving the kids a gun. They're like
Dang
five.
it.
I can't give
I
you
think-
that.
If you could, but if you wait outside, something not good is going on downstairs. If you can just, do you think you could be a lookout for us? Like make a noise or something if people are coming?
Okay. I got it. I understand what's happening now. And she reaches into her purse and then she pulls out like a tiny little flashlight. She hands it to you and she's like, "It's okay. I used to be scared of the dark when I was your age too. I'm not scared of it anymore though. You just take this and when the ghosts come, you just say, 'Listen, I'm not afraid of no ghosts. I'm not afraid of the dark.' And you just flash this light. You'll be fine."
Okay. Thanks, Grandma Sally. If you just wait, just wait in here. Don't eat, don't drink anything though. Just wait in here. And if it looks like people are coming back in and are gonna give trouble, just like distract them, and we'll come back up and we'll give you a signal when everything's okay.
Okay.
All right. So I've already got my flashlight.
For the
'cause
record,
I've
she's
got.
like not
light
all
here.
there, so I don't know.
I don't know either, but there's but I can't.
I'll do like
Worth
a,
a try.
That's why I'm like, just stay
yeah,
here.
it's like the Puddle's choice. It'll be like a 50-50 shot of her memory.
Look.
Because there's a chance when you go down there, she might just forget what she
She
told
gonna forget all about us.
or she'll just
like
wander
the instant
off.
we leave.
She's more there than most people I know.
Yeah. But this seems like a really bad time to split the party
No, that's fine.
because
Yeah.
So
I'm totally for sticking together.
Yeah.
so I figure if we all
pinky promise.
we all go down there and she's not leaving the room, she just stays here in the room, hopefully, then if somebody else comes in and they're like, "Oh shit, Grandma Masterson," then maybe they won't fuck around because they won't mess around. That's right. 20. But like because maybe they will feel maybe she doesn't know what's going on and they're not going to want her to find out.
It doesn't sound like she does. Let's just go down there.
Let's just go. We've made it this far.
Also, y'all need a tank, so
Yeah.
As
Are there any weapons that I can get Melissa in this room?
Yeah, is there? Yeah, we should loot this room. We should definitely loot this room.
There's like
Yeah.
cutlery, silverware.
Yeah.
Melissa
That's
grabs. There's like champagne flutes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
She grabs one and breaks it on the table.
Your dad definitely taught you that one.
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
That's,
Wow.
He saw it in one of his old Western things that he watches.
Yeah. I still care.
I'm doing this.
Oh gosh.
I don't feel comfortable with that.
I don't either.
And healthy.
Keith is just standing there staring at all of you and like shaking his head.
Keith, did you bring like a, I don't know, you're cool, you have like a switchblade or something. Melissa, can you put that down?
Okay.
And he's like, yeah, how about me and you lead, Clark? Grab that fire poker and we'll let the 10-year-old girls go behind us. Yeah?
She's 11.
I am 11.
I'm 10. I'm the youngest, so I'm prettiest.
Okay, I'll take a fire poker, and you know what? Wait, I'm gonna poke it in there, and I'm gonna get hot.
You hear Sally pipe up and say, "Well, you know what? Beauty fades, but what sticks with you is your spirit and the things that you did. But being young and pretty, you can't rely on that forever. You got to have gumption. You got.
That's why I could do push-ups.
Yeah, you got to keep doing them. So you gotta have a fighter spirit.
Miss
Or
Sally,
you just gotta be really good at seducing people. I know people that have gotten up there that way too.
Was this seduced?
No, we're not talking about this right now.
Okay.
You know, when I was a rock cat, a lot of girls on it's called sugar daddy.
No, I'm just like, we just opened the tunnel. I did not think we would want to run into the tunnel.
Okay.
Is it like a candy?
No, nothing like it.
Okay, we have
I want a sugar daddy.
Okay.
I take Sal's picture before we go. With our camera.
You take a photo of her?
Yes.
She poses for you. Her hair is all like curly from being pulled up in a French twist.
Yes.
She smiles at you all with the champagne flute in her hand.
Yeah.
Aw.
Melissa cheers her with her broken one.
I'm gonna give Peggy the flashlight, Grandma Sally's flashlight, since I've got one.
Okay. I'll keep it pointed in the right direction.
Okay, you two lead since you've got melee weapons and I've got my range weapon, and you two
dungeon crawling.
Wait, it's relevant. Trust me. Okay, I've played some role playing games. It makes sense.
Pathfinder has broken Josh. Okay.
Anyway.
Ooh.
Love it.
So,
I
have a fiery poker
and
also a weapon,
a slingshot. DC.
Hey, everyone else
for that disconnect
all day. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna slide mine in there. Right?
Slide in those DCs. Okay, what do we've got our party. We got everything set up. Let's go.
And as the children descend, one by one, hand on the person in front of them's shoulders, some of you carrying flashlights, carefully. Keith in the front with his hand, his knife in his hand. Clark behind him with a flaming fucking fire poker. They descend into this sour, tangy, almost like it's like the type of chemical, like an ammonia smell that burns your nostrils. It gets thicker and thicker as they walk down the uneven, brick stairs into this dark basement. And that is where we're going to end today's episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I believe next episode is our final one.
Yep. Season finale of Tales from the Loop. Next time on Tales from the Loop.
No, it's last time on Tales from the Loop.
No, they do it next time too.
What I'm saying is
Uh-oh.
It's going to be
the last time of Tales from the Loop.
Tune in for the thrilling season finale. Goku shows up.
Goku confirmed.
Goku can't show up. We needed to be 5 episodes ago so that he could do something in the next.
In this episode,
You have to have at least 6 episodes of him running on the Dragon Road.
Yeah.
Trying to show up to get to us.
Yeah,
I'm coming. Chosen one. I'm coming.
Also, one of us needs to have a birthday party, so we have an episode of birthday party.
That'd be most wonderful. Let's have it be your birthday party, because then you don't adventure as a kid anymore. You're too old.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah, he legit is the old one.
No, it should be
They're like, let's
birthday
retire Malone.
Sally is turning 802.
Prohibition +1.
way to call me out.
She's been in prohibition, but she was also 13 in the 70s.
She could have been
She
alive.
was also 60 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's forgetting.
Not all the way.
She's been 60 years old for a while now.
Yeah. Well, she's also just like, she talks about things in a way that you're like, what?
Out of order.
Yeah.
Bless her.
Her time
Wait,
is
that means
melding
she was
together for her.
drinking when she was like 8.
She didn't give a fuck.
Probably.
She's a boss. That's my second grandma, y'all. I have 2 characters I can
Are
go.
you collecting grandmas now?
Yes,
Like
an
Pokemon.
army, an army of punk grandmothers. Obviously, we're going to go to different, like, what are those stores called?
Sears?
Is it called Sally's?
I think so.
We can go to Sally's, steal shit together,
Mm-hmm. The beauty
get
store?
the yarn store.
Alexa, stop.
We can get our mug shots taken.
Yeah.
Granny gang.
She just wants to play too.
Mhm.
Friends, come on.
And then when
If somebody
anytime
fucks
someone's
with
like,
us-
"Oh, are you Mrs. Silverton? Can I get your card?" She'd be like, "Here you go. You can just take that. My grandchildren love them, so I keep them in my bag."
Oh my god.
Yeah, you didn't have grandchildren. I don't, but sometimes they come and call me grandma anyway, so then I give them the cards and the candy. Don't always have candy. I think I've got some salt water taffy somewhere, though. I got them in Seaside. That's where the Goonies house is. It's a good movie.
When she said she loved the goodies, I was like, all right, Grandma Bronze.
It's a good movie.
I love Chunk. Chunk love. Oh.
Holy shit.
I'm waiting for the moment Grandma busts and is like, "Hey, you guys. Regardless, have you seen the Goonies? You should really take these 2 little girls to see the Goonies."
I'm ready for her to go into Deadeye mode with that fucking pearl gun.
She's like shaking, like, pow, 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 pow.
Granny pulls some VATS action and shit.
I have a 93% chance.
I've got this power armor.
It's a vault. Oh God, it's a vault down here.
I grew up here.
Tales from the Vault 70. From the
This solves my age. This is why I was in Prohibition and the 90s. I've been 60 for 400 years.
First ghoul.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I love her.
Yeah.
She's my new favorite character. I stand.
I just
Yeah,
like how y'all
no.
think she's gonna McCree everybody and just be like, "How you doing?" And just,
No, she's rolled some successes before, okay? She rolled a success with 3 dice.
Do something. And
Yeah,
then
None of
Lady-
us have rolled a success with 3 dice.
That's
you watch,
true.
it's gonna be 3 successes all at once.
Stan Sally. I'm a Sally Stan now, guys. Don't even at me.
but why is her family evil? Asks Peggy.
We're gonna find out.
All right, Josh, take it away. Who are you? Where can people find you?
Yo, this was a good episode. Bronze, hats off.
Oh,
Yeah!
Real quick.
Thank you.
It was fun.
Good.
Oh,
I'm glad.
that was
Go
fun.
throw Bronze money.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like and subscribe. I'm Josh. You can find me at Wallstormer on Twitter or Facebook. You can find my gaming content at intelligame.us. That's the name of the website. You can also find the stream at IntelligameUs. It's on Twitter as well. And we'll be streaming tomorrow night at 6 p.m. And we may have a stream coming up tonight. I'm still trying to put something together. It'd be probably either 6 or 7 o'clock Pacific. So in a couple hours.
Nice. Austin.
Hi, I'm Awesome Marie. You can find me at Awesome Marie on pretty much everywhere, including Twitch, Awesome Marie TV on Twitter, and Awesome Marie on Instagram. I do a lot of things like art and video games, and I've played a lot of Pokemon recently.
Very nice. 4.
It's me, 4. I run D&D 4th edition on Sundays at around 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Saturdays, you can meet me with Abby Gator Frenzy, where we will be doing our little talk show, Queers and Quaggoffs, where we give you tips and OTPs all for the queer culture into your D&D sessions and whatnot. That's all I got.
Very nice. DC.
What up? I'm DC. You can find me on the internet as Dungeon Commander with no E in Commander, here on Twitch and on Twitter and on a lot of other stuff. I am a tabletop game designer. I'm going to be launching the new version of my game and an actual play series on the same day on December 19th. So follow me on Twitter to get all the information about all of that. Hear me yell about all of the social justice shit.
Very, very nice. And I guess that leaves me. I'm that bronze girl. Sometimes you can find me on the Twitter at that bronze girl. Sometimes I'm on Twitch almost every morning. I don't sleep that well anymore, and I wake up nice and early. Because when I was a schoolgirl, my teachers told me that you have to wake up early if you want to be successful. So I stream at about 6:30 or 7 in the morning, because that's when you're supposed to wake up if you're a productive member of society. Sometimes we talk about all kinds of things in my channel, but I like to keep it real with you motherfuckers, because I feel like nobody does that anymore. People nowadays, they're just all fake, and I don't do that because I'm an OG. It's not for me. I say it how it is, because what's a man without his word and his honesty? You can also find me here Tuesdays and all over the place if you like roleplay. That's all I've got. Make sure you brush your teeth and floss. Make sure you eat your vegetables.
Bronze.
It's a dab.
Too good. We did it. We did it, everybody.
Are you swearing and sneezing at the
We
same
did it.
Oh,
I humbly pledge.
oh.
You gotta walk like an Egyptian. Back in my day, that's what they did.
What's this walking?
Back when I was,
We called it walking.
Oh my!
Michael Jackson invented the dab.
God damn it.
She was gonna play
fantastic.
Thriller for your performance.
Yeah, good.
That's my only disappointment this session. The only
She
disappointment.
taught Melissa how to be a rockette.
That would have come in handy.
That would have.
Then
So-
while seeing stabbing
Let's learn
Dracula
how
while
to
dabbing and
rock
doing
it.
Thriller.
Clark became a feminist, and we all became master thieves.
Yep.
We learned how to steal documents.
What kind of careers are we making for
Are you like
ourselves
umbrellas?
involved?
You're
I swear, like 8
steal
years from now, I'm
Ocean's
going to need to
8.
steal some documents from somewhere. I'm going to be like, Umbrella. Thanks, Grandma Bronze.
Thanks. Right.
All right,
All
y'all.
started
Have a
as
wonderful day. And thank you so much, chat, for hanging out with us. Also, shout outs to the VOD crew. There's so many of you.
Oh, it's the VOD crew.
Yes, thank
Mwah.
you for watching the VODs. And same thing to the YouTuber peoples. Sounds cool.
Yes, they have
VOD
joined the
crew.
club too.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
VOD crew sounds like that name was planned, and the YouTubers, the YouTubes doesn't sound as much like that. But
Yeah.
make sure you check
Hey,
out all these
tubers.
awesome people because they're great. And we will see you on the flip side. There will be no stream next week as I will be out of town, but the week after that, I believe. Josh, you'll have to remind
The
me.
11th.
I think, yeah, the 11th is fine.
Okay, yeah. So that'll be our last episode. So if you've been enjoying the series, come through and see how it all ends.
Ba 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 ba.